at the bottom shape.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of Full Body Cast Presents Garage Night with Craig and Corey Bentley. We'll get there in a second. Brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, 1627 Cole Street, as well as wear your hoodie, wear your Full Body Cast merch, get 15% off. Take yourself in there as well. Go to Bordeaux Wine Bar, say hi, get $2 off your first drink. Mention Full Body Cast, and also scream in Andy's face at Mazatlan. I'm going to Mazatlan tonight. Well, you're not listening. I mean, that was last week for you. But going there for a Full Buddy Friday. I think it's the last one probably for the year. Unfortunately, we've got Alvin Kamara, Craig Bentley.
What's new, tennis shoe?
Funny thing is, he's only wearing one tennis shoe right now.
He can't wear two tennis shoes.
And his brother, Corey Bentley.
Still disappointed, but I'm here.
The thing is he's Alvin Kamara because he's not only is he out, but he's also out.
Yes.
So not quickly, Craig. We can deep dive into this thing. We got a lot to talk about. We've had Thanksgiving. We've had. I went to Jokala's thing for the trivia night. Talk about that if you guys want. You weren't able to go because you've been just absolutely put away for a while.
Just hanging out, doing nothing.
How's the Russell Wilson finger toe?
It's doing good. Doing good. I guess it's coming along as it's supposed to, and
Still got a pin in it.
Yeah, still a pin sticking out of it.
Put a pin in it.
But I'm supposed to get the pin taken out. Well, when you listen to this, it'll be the following week. So, yeah, things are going good.
Keep talking.
Hello, I'm keep talking. So it's kind of more annoying than it is anything else at this point. Just not being able to drive sucks.
Hold on. Keep talking.
Not being able to drive sucks.
All right,
He
perfect.
didn't say repeat yourself.
Okay, all right. Sorry, we had some not super bad issues, but it just wasn't picking up. So you haven't been able to drive.
No.
Are you sitting in the passenger seat while this is going on?
A lot of time in the passenger seat, or I even sat in the back one time.
And are you just like not? I hate not being in control of a vehicle. Are you sitting there the whole time just like cringing, like you're taking that corner a little bit too fast?
What's funny is my youngest Sid has her permit, so we went with her, and I was riding in the back. Carrie was in the front, and I literally told Carrie, I go, man, this would be nice. I'm just gonna start sitting in the back when we go places, and I'm not even gonna drive anymore. So it was kind of nice, but yes, I'd probably get really annoyed not being able to drive my own self.
But I mean, are you like at that point where it's like you're a toddler again? You're just getting buckled in the back seat, and then you just go. You're just there for the ride. Are you doing the tricks of the trade?
If you're in the back seat, you don't need a seatbelt.
This is 1952. Seatbelts aren't needed.
Seatbelts don't ring if you don't put them on in the back. At least in the car we have.
I'm interested, real quick technique.
Don't ring on like
keep dinging.
You can buy
Ding.
inserts to put in your thing that stops the dinging altogether,
Ah.
and you never have to wear a seatbelt.
I'm fine with if you're in the front, you should wear a seatbelt.
So wait,
Safety
Be
first.
safe.
Wait, there's things I can purchase.
You can
There's
purchase an
there's-
insert
that I
that's
can
the
put in my
seat
ding.
that goes into the. You could put it in your ding, but it's meant to go into the seatbelt holder, and then you don't have to
Oh.
put a seatbelt on. And it stops your car from dinging at you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or you-
I see. It's
Or
got-
you could just disable it. Most cars you can disable the ding.
Maybe you want it to look cool. Maybe you can buy like a cool
yeah.
Punisher one and put it in the seatbelt thing, and then you're cool, Craig.
So, falling asleep as a
Marty.
kid, mom and dad are driving you home from some get together or whatever. Are you a head on the window guy? Are you your face forward, leaning on the seat in front of you guy? I'm talking about as a kid. Or have you perfectly see? For me, I did the seatbelt where I found it and I just nestled into my seatbelt that was over the shoulder and slept and rested on that. How do you guys sleep in a car?
I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but I learned pretty quick that I cannot sleep in a car. Like, I don't get car sick from the motion of, like, some people do riding in a car. I can ride in a car forever, but I cannot fall asleep because if I wake up while the car is still moving, I instantly get sick. So I never fell asleep. So I'm more of a sit and watch everything as it's going.
So, but at night you can't watch anything while it's going.
So you just look at straight ahead.
So you don't sleep in a car at all?
No.
That's insane. That's insanity. I thought you did.
No.
I thought you did it on the Eastern Washington trip. I thought there was some sort of thing where you fell asleep and you got messed with.
No, not me.
Oh,
at
you were
all.
driving and you were
drove.
like, get in, and we're hitting the coffee, and,
Yes.
or you wanted a coffee, and you were like,
Yes.
and
you're
passed
like,
the coffee.
and you're like, nope,
Yeah.
gonna waste time.
And I still haven't. We talked about this before we went to Indy. I still have yet to even on a long flight.
You didn't
I'm-
fall asleep
I'm
on the
scared.
flight?
I'm scared to fall asleep. I won't do it. I'll sit there and I'll listen to music and I'll kind of in my head nod a little bit, but I watch movies so much so I can't fall asleep because I'm scared if I fall asleep on a plane I'm gonna wake up sick. I don't want to do that.
Dude, I cannot believe that you. Look at that Colt thing sitting up there. That is legit.
That's been here since we got back from
No,
Indy.
it hasn't. That came on right. No, that
Has
was
it
here.
been here?
That was here just today.
Has it?
That was here. I've done some recordings. Anyway, what about you, Corey? How you falling asleep?
I have a hard time falling asleep in vehicles. The only time I've ever been able to is when I was younger, and
What did your parents do to you guys?
we used to take trips to the base for the commissary, and I could fall asleep in the back if I could, like the old like Blazers and
Yeah.
cars that had a full bucket seat in the back, like all the way a bench seat across. If I can lay across something, I could fall asleep when I was younger. Other than that, like right now, I couldn't fall asleep in a car.
Really?
Yeah.
I could eat. I like falling asleep. I love if falling asleep on the car is just you hear like driving on I-5 or 4. You hear the do-do, 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 do-do. They get in the rhythm of the do-do, do-do. Oh man, fall asleep to that all day. Anyway, so your pin, you got your pin in your foot.
Yep.
You've been confined to your house. Are you playing video games? What are you doing? Are you working? Are you?
I've been working still from home.
Okay.
So I am working during the day. And honestly, what's funny is I go on these video game binges.
Yes. What are you
Right?
playing? Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no, but I haven't since I've been even doing it. I've been literally binging TV.
Harry
which I know-
Potter. You almost said it. Movies, and then we were.
New Harry Potter show out, new game show. I'm sure he watched it.
Did you?
I did.
Did you really?
Dude, I'll say this right now. I watched it only for the simple fact I sent it to Corey just to joke around about it, and because Carrie obviously watched it with me. It is by far, and I will never watch it again. It is by far a group of probably 200 of the biggest nerds that I have ever heard in my life. Some of the questions that were asked it's a trivia show,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And a lot of it would make sense if you were into the movies, you could maybe answer because Carrie is really into that, and she had a hard time, like, answering even any of the questions. And some of the questions, like one of the questions, I'll just really quickly go over this topic, and then we could just go on.
That you knew the answer to?
No,
Oh.
one of the questions was they brought out 3 couches and set it in front of people, right? And they had to say from a certain, I don't even remember which one of the movies it was. There's a certain scene that they tell you, right? And they ask you which couch is the real prop from the movie, right? Well, the group of 3 people literally walked and this guy's like, oh, we can't look at the couch from the front. You have to look from behind. And I'm like, that's weird. Well, they play the clip of the movie after the fact. You only see this couch for literally 10 seconds at the most, and it's literally from behind. And these guys, that's what they knew.
They knew immediately.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Which house was it?
Okay, so the 2 houses that played were, I know I'm gonna get the Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Is that the red and yellow, right?
Don't act like you don't.
Red and
know
yellow.
what it is.
And then no, what's the other one that Carrie said is dumb?
There's a Hufflepuff?
Yeah, okay. They destroyed Gryffindor.
Oh, Hufflepuff coming strong.
Yeah, and the main guy that was awesome from that Hufflepuff team was the guy's probably in his 60s. And he's like knew everything there was to know about Harry Potter. Yes, I inspire to be him, in case you were wondering.
You are. You are.
hope I'm him by the time I'm that old.
I cannot believe you. This was a joke. This was a joke, and we were going with a joke, and it's morphed into reality. And next, yeah,
I'm going to be on the show, hopefully.
I think he's not playing video games because he's reading the books.
me read books.
Yeah.
And if I did read a book, would it be Harry Potter?
The front cover.
Those are like 600 pages long.
Yeah, that's true. That's way too many words for you. Way too many.
Bucket
words.
list. Bucket list. So, Corey, have you had to like be the man of the house, or have you had to come over and like wipe his butt and stuff? Like, have you had to do things?
I don't go over to his house ever.
Oh, except if it's like 100 degrees out and it's pool
Unless
party.
I need the pool.
Yeah. No.
No, I haven't. He doesn't really. He has a wife and 2 children.
And is she getting tired of you yet? Is she like, come on.
I think she's tired of, like, today, because coming over here, I needed a ride to my parents' house. Like, I need a ride because I can't drive. Like, she's tired of that.
Yeah.
Like, but other than that, no. I mean, the first week, I was probably a baby. Like, right after I had surgery, I just sat there. I didn't really do anything. But I'm getting up and moving around now.
I did offer him. I did say,
Yeah,
if
he
you
did.
need anything, let me know. But the only real offer after that I made was to carry, not to him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because he couldn't help her get like Christmas lights and stuff down.
Oh, so you're having to.
So I told her I'd help her do that if she wanted me to.
Craig is a genius. I have never met more of a mastermind who plays aloof. He has like, oh, Carrie, they want me to get the surgery, and I don't know when this surgery was supposed. Like, they probably could have said, yeah, it's going to happen in June, and you're like, can we do this in like the end of November? And they're like, I mean, you're just gonna be in pain and stuff, but
That's fine. I want to play softball. I got some things I want to do. What I don't want to do is put up Christmas lights. So let's make that happen.
Just a genius, Craig, Mr. Mastermind. I don't know where this came from, but maybe 7 years ago, I happened by chance to run into Craig. And Craig, maybe at the Safeway, we're shopping or something, and Craig was like, "Hey, Travis, great catching up with you." At the end of our conversation, you know what we should do? Or you know what you should do? You should get a podcast where like you start a podcast with all these different conversations, and then it'd be kind of fun, right? And I could listen to that. But his long game was he was pissed off at Lee for whatever reason. And, like, there's a bad trade that went through where something at least screwed Craig over. And Craig's long game was that Full Buddy Cast would get some momentum, and then you'd swoop in and create Garage Night on a Friday night. Is this are we getting close?
If it was true, do you think I would tell you that?
No, you wouldn't. It's just a genius.
I'm not going to give you credit that you figured me out.
I wonder why Craig always comes in and pats me on the head and like, "Okay, Trav, we're here. Okay, buddy, we're gonna do it." I was like, "Okay, thanks, Craig."
Thanks for supporting me, Craig. You're so helpful.
Craig just telling Seth Loop to listen, Jamie Roberts, he's just trying to get everyone to listen, just so that one day he can come in here and just piss Lee. And every time Lee gives the angry face, which he did again today when I uploaded it.
He put an angry face today because he forgot to take Kamara out of his lineup.
Oh no! And he's doubly listening to the Kamara conversation earlier, and he thinks we're needling him. And Craig, the whole time when I was saying Kamara, and even Corey was like,
I was laughing because it cost him $25. Because from commish, that's a fine.
That's a fine. Are you? Who's playing him this week? Or
I think Trav Corey is playing him.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Shout out Travis Corey.
Yeah.
We're week 12 going into week 13. So week 13 in some leagues, it's our bye week for the top 2. And so, because we have 12, because they extended it by a week, right? Week 18, there's 18 weeks now. Mm-hmm. So what we did is we still wanted week 12 to be the end of the regular season. We wanted to put a 1 week wild card in where the top 6 teams, top 2 would get a bye, just like a regular AFC, NFC, or conference, you'd say. And then 3 plays 6 and 4 plays 5, 1 week only. And then whoever wins that, they play for 2 weeks, the top, one of the top 2. And then that will determine the championship out of that. Then for the Toilet Bowl, we had 6 and 7 get a bye to the next week, 1 week round. And then 8 played, or sorry, 7 and 8 got a bye, and then 9 played 12 and 10 played 11. Then they go and play whoever's 7 and 8, and then whoever loses the wild card in that the first one of the top 6, they get pushed to the final round. So basically, a harder road for the Toileters, and then anyway. So
You feel like you're Matt Damon on a chalkboard.
oh, it's been so. When I finally figured out how to do this, I figured it out with like 5 hours to spare before the Thursday night game started, and I'm like, I did it! It was like filling out a report, man. I felt like I was a kid again, like turning it in and everything. But I made the playoffs there. I've made the playoffs in another league. So the punishment in Eric Madrid's league is if you're last, you take on the commissioner duties for the next year. And I was like, that it sounds like the worst punishment. I don't know. Maybe you love it. I'm a commissioner, but to be another commissioner, it's like, I don't want that.
I wouldn't want to do it in another league.
I've been battling out of last place, and I've made it out. I don't even care about not making the playoffs. I'm not the commissioner. Feels good. So how are you guys doing in your guys' league? You guys got to be getting down to it, right? When's you guys?
We got 2 weeks left.
We play through week 14.
Okay. And is it 1 week playoffs or 2 week playoffs?
It's so week 15. We're in my league. We're doing it weird this year. We voted to try this one thing so that we wanted to put somebody else in the playoffs, but we only have 10 people, so we didn't want to do 6 because then it's a majority of the league. So we voted to do 5. One person gets a bye. The top person gets a bye. The wild card week is the teams 2 through 5, and you're not playing anybody. You're just playing high score.
Oh, and so lowest score
falls off into the consolation round.
Okay.
And then off of that week, you get your seeds to go in and play the normal playoff for the rest of the time.
Wow.
So the champion and then Toilet Bowl ends up being 2 weeks the way we do it. But the 9 and 10 are automatically in the Toilet Bowl. Our consolation round for the other ones just affects your draft picks. So if you're in last 2, you're automatically in the last place bowl. So we got a couple weeks left, man, and I'm right on the border.
You're on the bubble. How about you, Craig?
I'm pretty much in. Mathematically,
What are you,
I'm
9 and 3 or something?
Well,
like
I'm
that?
fourth. I'm fourth place, but I'm way ahead of points of anybody. So there are a couple people that could tie me to get that 5th spot if I was to lose a couple more.
Yeah.
But I'm way ahead of them in points. So
Is it a points league that you guys do? Or?
that's a tiebreaker.
It's a tiebreaker.
See, that's our tiebreaker too, but I kind of like week 18. Week 18, we don't do anything, but I like that maybe everyone will pitch in $5 if I can get everyone to do it, and then top team will get 80% of that, and second place will get 20%, and we'll just go for just week 18 high points.
So we do every week the high points gets coach of the week, and you get $5.
Yeah,
the whole season, and then we have coach of the year. So the person that ends in first place overall, standings wise, gets coach of the year, and they get all the trade money because we charge $2 for every trade made. So each team has to pay $1 for every.
What about
trade
fines?
Fines go to the league pot.
Gotcha.
So there's like $50 in fines right now.
That's good. All right, well, we got our fantasy football out of the way there for a moment. Had to just,
It's almost
throw that
time.
on it.
I'm always curious. I know we're getting there. We're getting
Almost
there.
time.
Kind of deep with Corey.
Yeah,
Can we get kind of deep with Corey for a moment?
you can get as deep as you want.
Ooh, I like that. Everyone wants to know. Everyone wants to know.
Oh, everyone.
Yeah.
You got a lot of emails
Yeah,
about it.
Inquiring minds.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of emails about me.
Is there another pumpkin load coming through before Christmas?
We got an email in, and they were talking about doing it.
And then you deleted it?
Specifically,
Year round.
They were talking about it, and we actually had a visit from like
They're listening to me.
corporate produce guy. He was in,
Yeah.
and he was doing a walk in the store for the holiday, and he's like, "Yeah, we thought about it, but then once we found out that Travis Kenny thought it was a good idea, we decided not to go with it, and we realized how stupid it sounded." So they canceled it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Dang it. Well, I guess QFC's going to make all that pumpkin money.
So thanks, Doug.
Oh, man. So, no, seriously, are you done with pumpkins for the rest of the year now until next year?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if they did like
forever.
I don't know if they did a little like pumpkin push. Like
For what?
Around Christmas for pumpkin stuff. I don't know.
Produce should have to do the trees.
Oh,
We
yes.
Well, did we?
Yes.
No, it
Yes.
was a company that brought him in
No,
and
that's
set him
good.
up. Yeah.
I think, forget the company. You have to go up to Greenwater,
And
cut them down.
trees down. What do trees have to do with produce?
What? How? Okay, what do you think?
They're not apple trees. They're
Is that floral then?
if they're apple. Yeah, 100%. It's floral. They get all the wreaths. They get everything. And
That is true.
Dang it. Good point.
But
Boom.
nobody's ever in floral at Safeway, so produce does it anyway.
I sure hope you guys are doing the orange juices at least and the teas.
Us?
Yeah, since it's in your section.
No, it should be when they. I tried selling them on moving that entire section over to dairy. I was like, that whole wall could be like bulk nuts and like stuff for produce, and I don't feel the juice anyway. And I'm tired of people asking me where stuff is, and I have to walk to the other end to go find out if they have it. Just put it on their aisle.
I think we found our new pumpkin spot. We found our new year-round pumpkin spot.
I got shot down pretty quickly. Apparently, it costs money to move refrigeration systems.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I would just set up some lounge chairs, kind of like that they did. What was it, Married with Children, when it got super hot? And what they did, they just brought some chairs and just set up in the grocery store in the refrigerated section and just cooled down. All right, so went to Jokala's, went to Coal Street Brewery. I wish you guys were there. We had our Full Buddy Cast team. Now I thought, and you're gonna hear this on the brouhaha, but I thought that it was just gonna be like maybe 3 teams, because when I got there, it was just like maybe 9 people kind of loitering around. It's the old spot, the brewery spot. I had no clue he had a whole other room, and so we walked into the room. It was packed. There was like 60 people there. It was, and so we had our group. Wish you guys could have been a part of it. I think we there was not a Harry Potter question. But there was...
Then he would have been no good to you.
It's nothing. Just dragging us down. Yeah. But we were Full Buddy last because I thought we would come in last. We were, first time doing it as a group. We didn't know what's our strong suit. But it was fun enough to where we got actually second place. We saw Waxman there. Waxman's team was like his wife and a few others. And as the night progressed... people just from his team it was like watching Survivor. I don't know if they were
left.
Yes, and it came to a point where at the very end of the game, it was just Josh sitting there. And Josh is funny. He's having some drinks and he yells out a couple times, like when Sean's like, okay, so because Sean's given the answers after this portion, and he's like, okay, so this is the answer here, and if you got this answer, it's because of this, and you'd hear like Josh from the way back go, nobody gives a shit.
Not him, because his whole team left.
His
him.
whole team, yeah. At that point, it was just he had no morale, or not no morale. No morale.
The morale was gone.
There we go. It's gone.
I'm surprised he didn't just walk over and try to join your team.
I think there was a point where he did come over, and I think he was trying to. We had a person on our team that couldn't wait to find out what the answer was. So as these questions are rolling through and we're writing them down on a piece of paper, we would like, okay, we're going to agree. This is the answer. But he'd pull up the phone and just like Google to see if we got it on not every one, but a few of those close ones. Like, man, this is really hurting my brain. I think this is it. And Josh came over and kind of, hey, I see you guys got your cell phones out over here. So,
this isn't any of that crappy trivia. This is the real deal. You can't be using your cell phone.
Knock you out.
That's Bush League.
Yeah, this is Jaron Jokala's food fundraiser you got going on over here. What do you think this is?
And you pull out a cell phone?
Yeah.
Is that real? Is that happening?
Oh man, it was a fun time.
So you're saying you used phones and still only got second?
Yeah. That is a very good question.
Hey, listen.
I guess you had to make it look like you
got
the
it
whole time, and
it doesn't help.
It got carried away.
You don't win, but there's a few points where you're just like,
you feel good about second.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that a few of those you get wrong. We're Googling what to get wrong.
What's the wrong answer to put here, Google?
Oh man, but yeah, no, we had a great time, a lot of fun. I wish you guys could have been there. So much fun that there was a point where Full Buddy Cast guys were like, dude, let's do our own Full Buddy Cast trivia. And Sean says that, hey, as long as you get a big group, you don't have to rent it out. Like that, if we get a big group going,
Oh,
then-
it's just like everybody that listens to Full Body does it.
or we just say, hey, it's a Full Body Cast Friday night. We're going down to
Trivia.
Aslan, then we're going to hit up trivia.
I thought you meant you're going to come up with trivia questions about Full Body
See,
Cast
that's
and
what-
things that you've said on air that people have to remember.
That's what I told. That's what I said.
Nobody's gonna want to play.
You and me on the same wavelength.
On
Because
episode 4 of Garage Night when I talked about this.
yes, exactly. I said that to Tyson because Tyson Gamble was on our team, and he was like, we should do this. And I was like, yeah, we should do this. He's like, yeah, Full Body Cast. We should do a Full Body Cast one. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know if like everyone's going to get those answers. And he's like, what? I'm like, like, and I wasn't joking. I was like, I don't know, man. And he's like, and the same thing he said, yeah. Oh, on season 8, 15-minute mark, what was Travis's favorite movie?
What's the thing everybody likes to make fun of Craig for liking?
But funny thing is that if we could probably sprinkle in like 4 or 5 of those. Like, yeah, what is Craig get made fun of the most for? That's a good one actually.
Yeah.
And all of 2020. What football player was Craig recommending every single week for starting in fantasy football?
If we're going somewhere with Corey, where are we going? Kind of deep.
Like,
I was waiting for it, but he looked at you like,
I'm like, what? Was I on that show? But yeah, no. So that was our kind of deep.
also accepted is Indianapolis.
Yes. What? Yeah, and then the hint on the 2020 football player, 2021. Who would you never start at all?
Who did his brother draft to piss him off and backfired in his face?
Were you pissed that he got Mike Davis a little bit?
Well, how early he took him. It was like way too early to take him.
Yeah. Oh, you're just mad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was like the 6th or 7th round.
I know.
But you
How'd that work out?
You didn't get him. I'm in first place in that league. That's how it worked out.
Yeah. So that was fun. Jaron Jokeless thing was fun. I like being a part. I know I'm not a part of your guys' group at all. Like not even a 10th of it. But
There was a vote.
About 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah. But
Hard no.
I've had a well, yeah.
It was a pass.
There was, yeah. Just to be a part of the group.
We actually had to. We actually had them vote to allow us to do your show.
Again, it was a hard no, but we just did it anyway.
Dude, that would probably. I think. Let's see right now. How many people are in your league right now? 10 or 12?
10.
We have 10.
10. Are you guys ever going to expand to 12 or no?
Probably not in that league.
No, not now because we have so much history that nobody
We have
wants
12
to
in
do
my
it.
league.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you get moved up to is it a random like let's say right now someone drops out, they're like, I don't want to do this.
Out of my league?
It's got to be voted in.
We vote the next person in.
Oh man, I ain't ever gonna get into that league. I'm never in that
But
league.
you know what we'll do? I'll put your name on the list anyway.
Do it.
Yeah.
And just see what the votes are.
Yeah.
And just
Out of 10, I can tell you what the votes would be.
I'll tell you right now what the votes are going to be. It's going to be 6-4. It's going to be 6-4.
6 to 4, yes?
Yeah, 6.
No,
Yes.
See, what you got to realize is normally when we vote, there's either 2 or 3 people that get voted on. So out of the 10 votes, you're splitting that between 2 or 3 people.
Oh, so everyone gets one vote.
Yes.
Yeah.
And their one vote goes to that one person.
Correct.
I would get 3 of those votes, at least 3 of those votes. Well, who am
With-
I going?
Wait,
who
with-
am I
yeah,
going
was
up
gonna say,
against?
without even knowing who the other people are?
I wouldn't know
We
until
don't
it
know
happened.
until it happens.
Somebody
Is Seth in the group?
no.
Okay.
Seth hates fantasy football.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Probably Angelo. Angelo's in Craig's league.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably him, maybe.
Well, how many votes is Angelo getting?
Right
the
now,
last-
you probably get 10 if you were with him.
I think him and Brandon was the last one, and Brandon got like
One more vote.
One more vote than him. Yeah.
How pissed was Angelo?
I don't
He's
know.
Yeah,
pretty cool, calm guy anyway,
Yeah.
so probably not.
He's always
very
like that.
So,
He's a numbers guy. He goes into detail with his stuff.
but what I'm saying is, back to the group, okay, that I'm not a part of, but I'm semi. I feel like every time you bring someone through as a guest, I get a little. I feel like I'm. Yeah, I've said this before.
So it's Trivia Pursuit pies
Soul
you're collecting
Stones. But
to be an honorary member.
to go, so when Chef Kai posted about, Seth's brother, right? for those people that are listening, not reminding you guys, but but the smoked cheese and the meat, and then also Grandma, I think it's Birdie. I think I'm right on that. Anyway,
it is.
The jams and stuff like that. I'm like, so the night before, we won a little bit of money at the casino. I reserved $100 just to go buy their stuff the next day. I was so excited to just.
That was on a Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think I had to work.
Yeah. And I
need to get some of that Gouda. That looks
dude,
good.
that smoked cheese was. I'm gonna buy way more of that. I bought some sausage that he had, which is good. It was good. I actually cooked sausage for the first time, like how you're supposed to cook it. Anyway,
not in the microwave.
Not in the microwave. But I mean, I put I watched a video on. He kind of told me, Chef Kai told me how to do it a little bit, but it was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I still need to do something off of one of his videos that he has and make something.
Yeah,
I see he keeps posting stuff.
We should do something about that, like where we all bring a Chef Kai
dish and then have it taste tested of who.
And he taste tests it, and he just rips us apart.
I'm sorry for him.
I don't know.
He
if
quits.
Want to do that.
He quits immediately.
He's like, you watched my video and it ended up like this.
Yeah, he's like, what am I doing? I'm just wasting my time right now.
I got to a certain point and I couldn't go any further, so I just microwaved it the rest of the time.
They're like, well, you said to add this ingredient.
I didn't have it.
I didn't have it, so I just added this. It's pretty much the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Hey, paprika is everything, right?
Yeah, not making paprika is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But what else? What else we got? I feel like we haven't talked in a while. How was your guys' Thanksgiving? Did you have gravy?
No, I did not have gravy. 100% no.
Where'd you guys celebrate at?
We were actually over at Carrie's parents' house. That was the first day that I went out of my house after the surgery.
So does that mean Corey gets invited to that or no?
They've been invited in the past.
Yeah.
It's like an open invite.
I went there.
Like your parents and
my parents
Corey,
were
yeah.
invited.
One time, like when I was like 18, I went over there. I remember going over there.
Most of the time at their house, Carrie's got a really big family, and this year it was a bit smaller because some of the family members were at other people's houses.
Yeah.
But like, if her whole family's there for Thanksgiving, which it's a big deal for their family, there's sometimes 30, 35 people.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's a big deal.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So
Go big. So did you bring stuff?
we always we bring like olives and some canned stuff and everything else. Carrie doesn't really care to bake, so she doesn't have to bake pies or do any of that kind of stuff.
I was wondering why you stayed so skinny.
Yes.
I'm serious.
Why? Because she doesn't bake pies?
Well, no, just in general. Like both of you and her,
He's got a thigh master.
very thin.
Yeah.
He does his thigh master every night.
She's always been pretty thin.
Right.
Me, on the other hand,
Wow.
this last couple of weeks.
Wow. I hope Kira doesn't hear that. Well, you said the pretty part. Yeah, it's pretty thin, I guess.
Like that. Whatever. Don't get me in trouble.
You just did.
You know what? This last 2 weeks has been tough. I haven't did crap because I'm actually, between coaching and doing stuff, I'm actually a pretty active person.
Yeah.
Dude, these last couple of weeks sitting on my ass has
You
sucked.
could be doing arm curls. You don't need your legs for that.
Well, it's just the point. Like, I feel like I'm doing nothing.
Well, the funny thing is, we got this puppy now, and I've only had it for a few days, and I have to get up, make sure he's not chewing on something, sit back. Like, I am sore. Like, this puppy is going to put me at.
Are you taking him for walks?
Yeah. Up and also, like.
Is he making you do push-ups?
I'm not. I am. Yeah. I am. He's a subscriber. I have not. I'm not joking on this, but I probably went up and down my back steps, which is about 5 steps, probably close to about 30 times a day, which is 30 times more than I did it before this puppy. So you just take the dog out. Make sure it's peeing. Come back in. Take the dog out. And
Every third time, add a couple squats in there. You'll just be shredded.
dude, and also I'm off the sauce for a little bit. I mean, I'm going to drink tonight because that's where my sponsor is just alcohol.
Your sponsor probably wouldn't want you to drink.
What? No, that. But
He'll get that in about 10 minutes.
sponsor probably doesn't want you. I will not get that. I'm not drunk right now.
Your sponsor.
Who has a sponsor? People who
Oh.
don't need them to drink.
That's really good. That's clever as heck. That's kind of deep. That's a kind of deep joke. Okay, this podcast sponsors. They all serve alcohol for the most part. So I'm going to be drinking tonight. But I've been drinking water like crazy. And I remember, we talked about this in the past, Corey. You lost some weight back in the day where you just slimmed down fast, and it was just because you just cut out sodas.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that like 10 years ago. I remember even asking you, what are you doing? You just stop drinking sodas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was drinking like 4 a day before.
like what type?
Soda?
Yeah, was it diet?
No, I didn't drink diet soda.
I hate diet.
I loved Mountain Dew.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved Mountain Dew.
Yeah, remember that, my son loves Mountain Dew. And then he just, hey, Dad, I heard about the sperm count thing with the Mountain Dew.
Because the Yellow 5.
And I'm like, what are you? And he's like, are you going to be okay if I can't have kids? And I'm like, what?
Because I really want to keep drinking this Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's the best part. I'm going to keep doing it. Just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
Because I got it so much better than you did. I had like 40 flavors of Mountain Dew.
I know. Code Red.
Code Red was delicious.
Yeah, that.
Livewire was...
Dude, I'll tell you what. I don't like I've never really liked Mountain Dew. Livewire,
Livewire was
I
good.
really like Livewire.
Really?
Yeah. Like, for whatever reason.
See,
Like, that used to only come out during the summer, and I would get it.
I hate energy drinks. You put any Rockstar or any Red Bull, Mountain Dew Amp, love it. Snort it.
What's weird to
Butt
me
chug it.
is the difference between when like Rockstar first came out, everybody had the first big energy. The original of everything is disgusting. Like if you go drink an original Rockstar now,
Oh, I'm sure it is
disgusting.
And Mountain Dew Amps came in like a little small, like almost
Even
like
those were-
Starbucks
yeah,
can. Oh, I
disgusting.
loved those.
But you drink like a Rockstar
those
fruit
stayed
punch,
the same. Those stayed the same.
like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They got way better. Like I was for like 4 or 5 years straight. I was addicted to Rockstar fruit punch every day.
This is what we need right now. As you guys are listening, I want you to message me your favorite energy drink and tell me why you do drink or don't drink. Because if you got some funny, crazy story that, yeah, I did until like my heart leapt out of my chest and my brain almost.
Well, here's
Greatest energy drink ever. Mark
Nos.
this down.
Nos.
Buku.
Bukus don't even drink Bukus.
Buku.
I've never heard of Buku.
If I could
Unless you
find
get-
it again,
Unless you're gonna go run 10 miles, there's no reason to drink it. It's like the size of 4 energy drinks.
Is it like Jolt?
Joel was like the original
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
It's gigantic. I drank one night, didn't do anything, just went to work, and my heart was just like like all night. I thought I was gonna die.
dude, Buku is amazing.
But I will tell you this: if you get stories from people about why they stopped drinking energy drinks, the reason I stopped was I saw a picture of a guy's kidney stones that drank energy drinks every day, and it was disgusting. And
Yeah.
it finally got me to stop after like 5 years straight.
Yeah, I'm not a kidney stone guy.
But I am now back.
Have you
to
had kidney stones?
No.
I'm back to.
That's why I'm not a kidney
I stopped
stone guy.
drinking energy drinks, but then I found
I'm nervous.
Sparkling Ice put out like an energy drink adjacent thing,
Yeah.
so it's just like sparkling ice with caffeine in it, and so now I've just been drinking that because I still like that hit, that little bit of that,
Yeah,
like
feeling it.
when you get an energy drink. Like it's not even about the energy.
Yeah.
It just tasted good,
Yeah.
and I needed that back.
So what's on your Christmas wish list for energy drinks?
Energy drinks, all of them.
Buku. Somebody can find the original Buku for me. Let me know.
What is that Buku? Oh, that's comes from that song. That Buku, but I still rock Nike with the razzle a star I might be. Scribble dabble, scrabble on the microphone. As I make the funky words and do a puzzle. Yes, on an ornament. What's that song? Dip, trip, flip, Fantasia. Bum, 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 yeah. Remember that?
No,
What's that?
I don't.
Bop. Bitty, bitty, bop.
No, but bring back Buku. at least.
Hey, let's do shit-outs and shout-outs. We're getting towards the end. I'm going to shout out Garage Night. F you, Lee. This is the best. This is so much fun to do. And I mean that in the most respectful way, Lee.
That's a vote gone.
Let's not kid ourselves. It was
That
never
was
there.
never there. That's true.
But I enjoy Garage Night. It's fun catching up with you guys, chopping with you guys, and I'm excited about it.
So I'll do a shout out. I know he listens. I don't know if he listens all the time.
Yeah.
But I want to give. I shouted him out on here before, but I want to give a shout out to Jaron Jokala,
The man.
and the entire Jokala team. Everybody else that works with him, they're doing a lot in town now. I know Sean's involved in a lot of it also, but they're doing a lot of having people down, doing Santa pictures with their pets.
Yes.
Doing some food, getting food donations and all that kind of stuff. I know there's a lot of people in town that do that, and I think it's an awesome deal, but I just wanted to give them a shout out for that.
Jaron always doing stuff for the community.
He is. I'm shouting out Mariano Rivero because I found out he's alive. I talked to him. He said he would start listening again because he said he stopped.
Tell him to become a Patreon.
And he is alive but not working. He quit his job and he's doing nothing. So hopefully he's listening to this.
Are you
now
serious?
Because you're doing nothing, so you might as well listen to this.
And then become a Patreon. You got all this
He
extra
can't.
money.
He's not working.
You got all this extra money.
He's gonna have to sell his baseball cards for income.
Are you serious?
He's got some out there for sale.
He's going to school though.
He's going to school. He was just back in town for Thanksgiving break.
I'm trying to get to my Patreon. We lost some. Sad.
That is sad. Probably because you weren't doing push-ups.
You
weren't doing push-ups and you never put a board up.
Far wherever.
Is this in memorandum?
I gave them all friggin' a few of them they haven't picked up yet. But I need to get to where in the heck? I'm just trying to get to I don't know. Did you guys do your iOS update? Do you guys have?
I don't like Apple.
Dude, Apple's effing me over right now. I'm trying to get.
Apple sucks.
My Apple's fine. Guess what I found? I was unpacking a box. I have my original iPhone 1.
No,
Still.
that's actually probably worth some money.
I don't know. I found it.
It's worth some money.
You kept it to listen to music, didn't you?
Yeah, at one point I did. Now I found it again. It's tiny compared to my iPhone now.
That's impressive.
If anyone wants to buy it, $1,000. Hopefully you can find a charger.
Hey, Mariano Rivera.
The charger on that thing was pretty big.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, and that's it. Thanks, everyone. Just kidding. Eric Madrid, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Ira Potter, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson messaged me today, and he said, "Hey, thanks for gambling at the Mucks. Bonuses are looking pretty good this year."
You're putting money right into my pocket.
In his pocket. So that means he needs to up his subscription. Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, Travis Johnson. Travis, hit me up. I got to get you your sweatshirt, and I got to get. Oh no, I don't have that. Just got to get you your sweatshirt. Jamie Roberts, hit me up. I got a book for you. The Dad How Do I book. You want it signed to you. Jamie Kenny and Apollo. Oh, the dashing Jamie Kenny. So anyway, shout out to you guys. Hey, who wants a hoodie for like a stocking stuffer? $35. Go become a Patreon. Hit me up. Give me money. Give me money. Give me lots of it. And I want to shout out Ira Potter too. Ira Potter is still on this list, and I just appreciate that. I just appreciate that so much. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week.
Goodbye.
Hello.